the psychological impact of smoking on the smoker. Personally, the psychological effect of cigarettes was the thing that affected me the most when I was a smoker. There was a period when I almost felt every day that I was going to die. But I kept smoking and was constantly worried about cancer every time I got sick. I knew I had to quit, and I wanted it more than anything else. I was preparing myself mentally. I would swear to myself that I would never put it in my mouth again, and then the same ordeal would start all over again and again. How many times had I lost faith in myself? When would I finally stop feeling the need to smoke? Why should I have to give up something I enjoy? Why should I have to suffer? If I get stressed out at some point after I've quit, what comfort will I have? And suddenly, after a few hours of stress, pressure, and hunger, I would find myself at the kiosk, in the drawers, even rummaging through the trash looking for the pack I had just thrown away. Don't tell me you haven't done it too. I even used to smoke the cigarettes I had already cut up. And suddenly, after a few hours of pressure, stress, and hunger, I would find myself at the kiosk, in the drawers, even rummaging through the trash looking for the pack I had just thrown away. Don't tell me you haven't done it too. I even used to smoke the cigarettes I had already cut up. And when I say cut up, I mean literally cut up. The worst and most disgusting thing I've ever done was when I threw some cigarettes in the trash, and after many hours, I took them out and smoked them like crazy. In fact, they smelled bad to me, but with a little fire around the edges, I figured I could smoke those sources of contamination. Other times, in the middle of the night, I would spend hours looking for an open store, since I had just decided to start smoking again after yet another failed attempt to quit. I've lied many times to friends, family, and my wife when I said I had quit, or when I thought I had quit and claimed I didn't smoke. And then, after a while, they'd see me smoking again, and I'd have changed, once more, everything I had told them. I've had countless arguments with my partner, and with previous partners too, when they were looking for me and I was always somewhere outside, sneaking off to smoke in secret. I had reached a point where my friends would laugh when I told them I had quit smoking, and they didn't take me seriously. And every time, sooner or later, it turned out they were right, and that was what hurt me even more. No one believed that, after so many failed attempts, I might actually be able to quit smoking someday. Even I, when all my friends who smoked had managed to quit much faster and more easily than I did, finally managed to quit. If I can do it, you definitely can too. Are you aware of the paradox that smokers face in the 21st century? Did you know that you spend half your life in places where smoking is prohibited, like the office, cafes, restaurants, shopping malls, theaters, and the rest of your life smoking, thinking about when you'll finally be able to quit? Basically, a smoker spends half the day thinking about when they'll have their next cigarette, and the other half thinking about when they'll finally be able to quit. And suddenly, as soon as they put one out, they're already thinking about when they'll have the next one, and this vicious cycle just keeps going. There's a sense of panic in the smoker's thoughts. This is a constant, exhausting psychological process that wears you down as a smoker and gradually chips away at your self-confidence. You know very well that nowadays society has marginalized smoking to such an extent that smokers feel like everyone else is looking at them as if they were lepers. As a result, normal and capable people end up despising themselves because they continue to wander lost in the maze of smoking. Don't worry if you relate to all this, because together we will find the quickest way out of this dark labyrinth, which leads us to a beautiful crystal clear beach.